Hello, my name is NVTech, and I'm going to show you the mistakes that I've made while farming so you don't have to make those mistakes. Let's get started. This farm's going to help us learn a few different things. First and foremost, beets suck, alright? But if you ever are planting them for any reason, or planting anything at all for that matter, if you have a trapdoor here, we've all suffered with accidentally opening it up and triggering the lantern to fall, okay? It's not great. So something to help with that is just use half slabs. All right, half slabs, they do the exact same thing, except now if we replant, nothing's gonna happen, and it's fine. And the half slab itself, water's still there. All right, water's fine under a half slab. So do that. This next build is gonna help with another pretty common problem that I've had to deal with growing up as a farmer in Minecraft. So we know that sometimes farms go on to multiple levels, and if you ever want to go down, sometimes you don't break crops, but sometimes you do. And it all depends on how you land on the crops below. However, if you have steps, you don't have to worry about that. You can run as fast as you can, you don't have to move carefully, and it's fine. You could even jump, so long as you land on the wood. If you jump on the crops, well, we all know that's the case. Alright, so hopefully that helps. Make sure you add steps for your multi-tiered farms. Okay, so here is where we learn a little bit about planting on multiple dimensions. Typically, we're used to just planting in one dimension where it's just all flat, all right? But here, we learn how the water actually works. You see, on the left, the water does not feed up, all right? So it only touches the water that is next to it, but not the water that's like one level above the ones next to it. However, on the right, we have water at the top of the hill going down, and it only does the layer just below the blocks touching the water. I don't know why that is, but that's the case, okay? It doesn't go any further than that. However, if you get creative with where you place your water, you can make it do a lot of interesting things. See, for me, I hid water within the I hid water within the pillars, and so there's water going all the way down, like all the way down. And so it's hidden, but it's feeding the areas. All right? That's a cool thing. So you can have water just completely hidden in your build, and it will feed the water blocks necessary. Next, I'm going to teach you about auto farms, specifically auto harvesting farms. So these two I messed up on, and that one I actually did very well. All of these were without a tutorial, so I had to kind of learn a little bit of how redstone works. So the observer's facing the plant, and if you have redstone on top, it powers. However, I connected all the redstone here, and it triggers all of them when any of the observers see progress. Same with here. I wanted to know if it would work. It did not. However, here I have it in an alternate pattern. And now if one observer, say, goes off, I can actually show you here. I can reach this one. Only the 4 around that observer go off, rather than all of them at once. Alright, so remember, grid pattern like this, only put redstone on the observers. If you put it like this, they all trigger, and it'll kind of lag your computer a little bit. I also didn't have the auto collector underneath, so they're all just kind of floating there. That's fine, though. And here is a Netherwort farm, okay? This Netherwort farm, I learned a few things while working with Netherwort. First and foremost, it grows really fast, alright? It grows like super fast. Second thing, however, is that you're not able to bone meal it at all. So trying to bone meal it is just a waste of time. Don't worry about that. Now, these two farms, they tell a pretty interesting story. See, the farm on the left, this farm right here, it has crops interchange. So potato, carrot, blah, 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 blah. This one just has potatoes, okay? Now, for me, if I'm just growing one type of crop, I do this. I just put them all together. It doesn't matter to me. However, if you're growing multiple crops like potatoes and carrots and you want to have them grow fast and grow well, this is how you want to do it. I'll show you a little bit of a time speed of what's going on here for when these were first planted. Growing, 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 the crops are gonna grow. Growing, growing, growing. I don't even know what the song is about, guys. I'm sorry. But you know what? Here's the time lapse I promised. It's almost done, and cut. Now, over here, this was okay. These were villager farms where I wanted to see if that effect would affect the rate of birth. And to my surprise, I did something wrong because they're not giving birth at all. Like I don't know what's going on. Maybe this has to be up. I don't really know. Does this have to be up? I think that's not the case. I wonder if that's the case. Maybe that's it. Could that be it? I don't really know. I did something wrong here and they didn't want to have kids ever. So, yeah. What's wrong here? I don't know. Please let me know. I'm too lazy to look at another YouTube video on how to do this. But anyways, these crops did grow in faster, so if you wanted to get a quick startup, this will help. These crops, they grew in slower, but they're all the same crop. I don't know if having different crops will affect the birth rates. I was going to test that, but they're not working. So if I can ever get a functional form of this, I will let you know if this works. All right. But anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope you liked this little tutorial. Please let me know in the comments what you liked most about it, and if you noticed a few mistakes, please point those out as well. I would love to get feedback. Anyways, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Blueberries. Definitely a reputable source, can't you tell? I'm standing next to a hay bale, so I must know everything about farming. Blah, 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 blah.